In studying law with politics in UCD, you're in a wonderful environment. You're combining large groups of teaching when you're in with all the law students, for example, but that's combined then with very small groups for classwork where you get to know your fellow students very well, and you also get to know faculty. And of course we have some excellent faculty here who have played an important role nationally, internationally in contributing towards policy and legal debates. And you'll often find them in the media, for example. So when you come to study law, you learn how law shapes society and shapes our experience of communal living, which is what we do within a society. Then when you look at politics, what you're engaged with is looking how government works. What's the relationship between the individual and the state? And it's another lens for looking at how society functions. So the two complement each other extremely well.
I was very interested in studying law at a young age. I always wanted to be able to help people and help them understand a very difficult topic, which is the law. And I was also very interested in current affairs at a young age. So I was interested in politics. I liked watching the news when I was a bit younger as well. And I found that they both complemented each other in particular. And I wanted to study in UCD because I enjoyed the idea of a very big campus, lots of people, and the course itself was very big. So I was looking forward to meeting a lot of people.
When you study law with politics, you have around 12 hours of teaching a week. This is to allow you time to do the reading that is necessary to understand what's happening in the classroom, and also to allow you to contribute to the discussions that will follow in the smaller groups. So you will look at important questions in public law and private law. On the politics side, it's 1/3 politics, but you still get to cover core questions in the political domain.
It's different to other courses because the work in between is where you find a lot of it, a lot of reading and a lot of researching, as opposed to other courses. But I find as well it is good to balance your work and social life, which is great for UCD.
One of the modules they do in first year is specifically designed to help people to learn how to study, how to be an independent learner, which is really important when you're in university. And also to provide them with career advice. It's only first year, but you need to begin to think about what skills do you think you're going to need.
I feel that my degree has helped me understand how the law is applied, and particularly how there can be injustice when the law is applied incorrectly, but also how there can be justice applied, and how this helps people deal with the law and how they understand the law.
It's possible to go abroad in your third year of study. The law school has a very extensive network of partnerships, both through the Erasmus scheme, which is the EU scheme, across the EU, also in the UK, and internationally, the US, Australia, New Zealand, Singapore, China. So there's a wide range of countries to which students can go to study as part of their program. There are many work opportunities for graduates with a law with politics degree. For example, some will proceed to be a solicitor or a barrister. Students may pursue careers as journalists, other media work in the policy world, either in Ireland or indeed in the EU or internationally, working with non-governmental organisations and otherwise engaged with government.
I personally am looking down the practicing route, in particular becoming a barrister, as to what kind of specialisation I'm hoping to achieve. I'm not 100% yet. A couple of my friends are interested in going down the practicing route also, going through the solicitor route. However, I also find that a number of my friends are not entirely sure, and this is actually quite common in law because they find that they have to practice. That is not necessary at all. A couple are hoping to pursue journalism as well as working in the civil service, and that's why I find law politics is very useful, because you're not closing any doors at all. It's very applicable no matter what you decide to use. I'll always remember my first day of UCD, in particular how I walked in, and I knew a couple of people in my course, but I always remember walking into my first lecture and there were so many people. But I really enjoyed how the student life in UCD is very inclusive. You'll really enjoy it and everyone kind of is there. Particularly the societies, I enjoyed taking part in the societies and how they have a great student life with them.